Hey everyone, welcome back to another daily recap. I am exhausted right now. Just got back from school. I was done trading after 10 o'clock in the morning. And I did trade a lot today, and it was my biggest day ever. Um, Mainly because I finally got a pre-market gapper, and finally I could let my system perform. Now, I'm very disappointed because I did not ride my system all the way to the target, okay? So I should have, let me pull up the chart. Now I'm not going to be showing my system charts that much because it is my system, it's my main edge, so I'm not going to be revealing too much about it. But let's just say, based on my system, my price target should have been right here. Now, what was going through my mind, so these were my emotions. So, well, first of all, the reason I covered early was several reasons. So, number one, at the time I was confused and it was kind of a gray area in my system. Two, I was super emotional, kind of like P&L emotional. I wasn't looking at like the P&L unrealized or anything, but I knew what was going on behind the scenes and I knew what would have happened if I did certain things. And then three, I just flat out didn't follow my system. It was kind of undisciplined. I would say it's like 33% for each of those reasons. So first of all, um, usually I'm not gonna say what my exit target is, but usually I would hold to a certain point. But since this stock went parabolic, like it literally went parabolic, like you could see as a parabolic trend, I didn't know if I should move my price target up from my original system, cause I don't know if I've ever back tested a winning trade on a parabolic. So it was kind of a gray area whether I should move my stop up. Like on parabolics, does the pullback not 100% retrace? Like this was an insane fade, yes, but still I should be following my system regardless of an outlier. But yeah, this was kind of an outlier where I didn't know if I should hold to my price target or not. Now, let's just pretend, yeah, I should have, because no matter what, if you don't know, when in doubt, follow the system. When in doubt, follow the system. Now, I did not do that. Now, that's because I was emotional about the P&L. So I had just taken a 1 hour loss here and then a 1 hour loss here. And then I was pretty much expecting another loss on this third one. But what I did good here was I stuck to my entries. I knew that was a signal. I got in. I was like, you know what? I have to. For my system, I have a 3R max cut ticker loss. So I knew this was the last chance I got. So I followed the system on it, and it just so happened to be the one, which is amazing. I'm really happy. I'm really happy I was in this. And I'm really happy because at the very beginning, I was like, oh my gosh, I do not want to trade BBBY. It's a large cap, it's all the above. It has a lot of, red flags, but it fit my criteria. I have heavily back tested my system. It fit my criteria, so I need to trade it. So I did a great job trading it, but yeah, I did not stick to my price target. And but yeah, this was the biggest win ever. I think it was about 7.5R, which is crazy. 7.5R, that's very crazy. But there's many more where that came from. I've only traded my system like 3 or 4 times in the last month. Usually it's like probably like 10 times a week. And that, well, no, it's actually usually more. It's usually like 20 times a week. But since this market has been dead, I've not been able to trade it. But now that the market has gone incredibly hot, I am expecting to be taking a lot more trades, and these 5 to 10 hour gains are going to become more regular. I don't have any expectations other than what is on my back test. So I know I can go through large drawdowns. I know I can go through periods where I'm not making huge R's, but then there's periods where I make incredible R's, and that's what makes the system profitable. So besides my system, my discretionary trading today was break even. So BCEL was a gap down short, or actually no, we did not gap down. We broke red to green or green to red right when market open, so it was kind of just a bag stock. It had a big run. So, I mean, this was a simple setup. I got my starter in, risking just a little bit above red to green. So wide risk, and I had only a starter on. But what I really wanted was kind of like a failed attempt to push through, or a morning failed range breakout. Just I wanted to add in somewhere higher, closer for better risk reward, but I didn't get that. And I kind of just covered here. This covered some of my other losses that about to review. This was a pretty easy short. It's whatever. HUSA, I really, this is the biggest win today, to be honest. I love how I played this. As you can see, I didn't fight the stock. I didn't touch it at all, even though multiple times it had good-looking failed breakouts. Like this right here, like, oh yeah, failed breakout. And they soaked it and ran even more. I avoided because of the sector strength. Now, can go into here. We could see that it was very broken. So these were my top watches: HUSA, IO, and then 9. Those are my top 3 watches. I had a few others too that were similar outcomes. But yeah, so we had the push stuff and then try to reclaim it, but we failed. So I slammed in starter size, and I'm really happy with my sizing on this. I slammed in full size with the tight stop, like right here. My stop was like it's like right here. So I slammed in full size with my tight stop. And if you watch the last recap, which after this I recommend you do, my biggest problem was sizing. I was not getting full size on the trade quick enough, so my R's weren't good. Here I did very good. I was in for a great risk reward trade. If INDO and IMPP cracked like a lot of people expected, today was the red day, then this trade would have easily gone maybe, well, sub 2, I think, to be honest. For sure, sub 3, sub 2.5. I was looking for anything under 2.5. So it would have been a 3R trade. And on discretionary, for me personally, that's an outstanding trade. So I was really positioned here amazing. Now, I was watching INDO very closely because that is the head of the snake. So INDO actually trapped, or IMPP trapped, and then INDO followed. And so we were kind of right here. So I decided to trim my position. So what that means is I took some off at break even because I was just sizing out slowly. I didn't want to get out all just because IMPP and INDO, they were near the high day, and who knows what can happen. It could stuff and tank all the way down to low day, and in this case I wouldn't be out all my position yet. But versus I wouldn't be out all my position versus just covering all out. So anyways, this was like a negative point blah 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 our loss. This one specifically, I kind of trimmed off break even pretty much, especially after this trap broke consolidation and then trapped with high volume. And then INDO actually tanked, so I got another starter on with the risk here, a little bit over 4, I think. And then Indo trapped again, and so I just stopped out, and then boom, and like so many people hit max loss today. A lot of people blew up. I'm really happy with how I traded today. To be honest, it's not even about the win. It's the fact that, I didn't lose and I didn't fight the stocks. I really like how I played this. So IO also failed morning range, got over the level, had a nice micro shelf. I sized in here. But then INDO, trapped. These are all energy plays, so that's how I was basing it off of. So INDO trapped, I just covered out. And that was a good call. I would have got stopped out. And then all these stocks, they ran later in the day. Let's see. And 9. This was the other one. Again, failed morning range. That was the open print. We broke it. INDO was tanking at this point, so I was like, okay, let me get a starter. Got a starter. Nice tight risk. And I actually stopped out for break even on this one. It was a bit of a slower mover. It was nice. I mean, this one was a little weaker compared to the others, but it had its run. And look, after hours. Oh my gosh. Like, these stocks are insane. This market is insane. I'm really excited for the rest of the month because I do think it's going to be hot. I'm really, really hoping we get pre-market gappers because if we do, I can see my system perform. And my system is going to be the main breadwinner of my playbook. So I've just been waiting for it. Super excited. Not getting too excited though. I'm ready to hit max loss tomorrow. I'm ready to lose. I'm preparing for it mentally. And yeah, I hope you all stayed safe. Let me know down in the comments how was your day today? If you're trading, what'd you trade? Did you come out okay? It's okay to be red. Like, to be honest, max, like a lot of great traders I follow hit max loss today, and that's not necessarily because they did bad. It's just because they're following the process, and today's worst case scenario for certain short type of traders. So yeah, please drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications because I'm gonna upload more videos like this one, and also I'm expanding my content along with my trading playbook. So I'm excited to share my journey with you guys. Let's go. Let's kill it this March. Let's do it. If you lost today, reset mentally. Maybe take a day off. I don't know. Just reset. Have a risk management focus coming into it. And just try to get as much as you can out of this month while we have it hot. One thing that the slow period taught me is never take the market for granted. Like, I'm super thankful that we've had some opportunity lately. And if we have opportunity the rest of the month, I'm gonna love it. I'm not gonna take advantage of it. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, like before, all I knew was the 2021 market, because that's when I started. All I knew was that market. We had opportunities every single day for the entire year, I would say, and I thought that was the normal, but it's not. It's not the normal. So now that we have these opportunities, I'm really thankful for it. I'm maximizing as much as I can. I'm learning as much as I can from the opportunities, and yeah. Have a good day, everyone. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.